Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet are still going strong, but there's some reports going on about how she's pushed out some of her friends in order to make room for Timmy in her life. Now, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that reports are saying she wants to be at home, focusing on family, business, and her relationship, but I bet that some of the people that used to hang around her and probably got a lot of clout off of it are a little upset that she's not going out as much anymore. And because we're talking about Kylie wanting to be at home, we're also going to be talking about some celeb family news, like the Biebers. Hailey just gave birth to her and Justin's baby boy, and people have had some things to say about the name that is and the name they thought that was going to happen. And Kylie knows a thing or two about celebrity baby names and drama that comes with it, so we're going to get into everything. Kylie and Timothee have been together for a minute now. The two reportedly met for the first time back in 2023 at a fashion show, and last April is when the dating rumors started swirling around. Dumois posted a tip rumoring the two to be a couple, saying, "I can confirm too about Timothee and Kylie. I've known about them since January Paris Fashion Week." Another post from Dumois read, "Actually, Timothee was on my flight to Turks and Caicos end of January around the same time it looked like Kylie was there. At the time, there weren't any photos of them around, so people were just left wondering if this was real and could not make sense of this whole entire thing. They were like, there's just no way this is actually a thing." But some were thinking maybe the two of them were going to be spotted at Coachella last year together, getting their first public spotting, but that was not the case. It wasn't until June that photos were released of the two of them hanging out together, which seemed to just really confirm that they were in fact a couple, and the public did not want to believe that it was really happening, because up until this, it was just a rumor, and fans of Timothee Chalamet didn't really love the idea of him with Kylie. Even though I will say that Kylie Jenner does share similar connections to Timothee. I mean, even Kim was at a dinner with Timothee before because she attended a small dinner for Kid Cudi's birthday, and Timothee was there since they are really good friends. But when the first photos were released at the time, Entertainment Tonight tweeted, "Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet were photographed together at his Beverly Hills home where they enjoyed a barbecue with his family." Now, in July, people felt Travis Scott was actually throwing shade at the new couple as he released his song Meltdown, which the lyrics were "Chocolate AP and chocolate the V's. Got the Willy Wonka factory, burn an athlete like it's calories, find another flame hot as me." And given that Timothee was playing Willy Wonka in the film that was released at the end of last year, it only made sense that this was about Kylie and Timothee being together, and yet another thing that was solidifying it to the public that they were together if Travis was coming out to throw some shade at them. The couple did end up making their big debut in September of last year as they attended Beyonce's concert together. Video was released of the two of them kissing, and it really solidified things for fans that, yep, this is happening. Since then, they've had a couple of public appearances as they were later seen attending the US Open. They also went to the Wall Street Journal Magazine Innovator Awards together, and this year they attended the Golden Globes. But recently, there's been reports of trouble in paradise. Not between the couple, but between Kylie and her inner circle, as a result of her relationship with Timmy, which is very interesting. At the beginning of this month, Kylie celebrated her birthday in the Bahamas, and Timothee and her friend Stassi seemed to be in attendance. It wasn't mentioned who else was there, but these two were for sure in attendance. But this week, Daily Mail wrote, "Kylie Jenner becoming increasingly detached and focused on Timothee Chalamet after shutting out almost all of her girlfriends." They continued, "Kylie Jenner is becoming incredibly detached from her inner circle, according to sources who claim that the reality star prefers to spend all her time with boyfriend Timothee Chalamet," which I'm not entirely buying that this is like a negative thing, because she does seem to always hang out with her friend Stassi, which they do mention later on in this article that Stassi is of the exception, that she still continues to hang out with Stassi. It's just that the other people in her life she isn't seeing as much. But I will say it was always kind of like that, where she did have like a group of girls that she would hang out with and do birthday things with. But for the most part, she always only really stuck with one friend. It was that way with Jordan. It's that way with Stassi now. So I don't know if someone is just a little bit bitter that she's staying home more or what, and they can't, hang out with her or be seen with her as much. But I feel like she's always been super happy with a small circle and a homebody lifestyle. But Daily Mail continued writing, "Kylie is turning into her brother Rob. She is choosing to be a homebody for the most part," a source exclusively revealed to dailymail.com. "For Kylie, it is her family, her kids, and then obviously she is all in on hanging with Timothee. The mother of two is said to have lost all interest in trying to keep up appearances with industry pals. As the insider continued, time for going out and doing the Hollywood friendship thing is long past her. She's 27 going on 70. 27 going on 70 is a crazy statement, that's for sure. And I'm just saying, I'm wondering if people are just bitter that they can't clout chase off of her going out or something, because it honestly sounds like this is nice. Like, she's a mom of two. She wants to be home with her kids, focusing on her relationship and work. I mean, it sounds kind of normal. Why would she want to be schmoozing with industry pals? Like, she's already got this business. I mean, though people don't think that the business is what it used to be, she's still making millions of dollars. She probably doesn't need to rub elbows with certain people to sustain the lifestyle that she has right now. But the crazy thing is, if she were to go out to the clubs and socialize and party it up with friends, people would criticize her for doing that. They would call her a bad mom and all things. So you can't really win. Either they're going to criticize her for being home, or they're going to criticize her for going out and partying. And like I said, I mean, like, Kylie has hung out with different people at different times in the past, but I feel like she just always had the one best friend, and everyone else kind of just comes and goes depending on the season. Not like they're out of her life, but sometimes she just seems more around others. But right now it's sounding like it's more of a private time, and it's clearly rubbing some people wrong, at least enough to talk about it to the press. But at the end of the day, it sounds like she's happy doing this. With the way the Daily Mail continued, what suits her now is being out there when she needs to be, not because she wants to be. She is so busy with her relationship and being a mom and a businesswoman. The source adds she doesn't miss her times in the Hollywood shuffle, and her desire to have friends outside her bubble isn't anything she's interested in right now. I mean, literally the content that Kylie has been putting out there recently has been very stay-at-home chill vibes. It doesn't seem like she's unhappy being home. It seems like she's happy doing what she's doing. I mean, she's making silly mukbang videos with Stassi.
Surprise! We're going to In-N-Out. If you thought that you were gonna get some other content, you thought wrong. We're going to In-N-Out. No, the sun, like, is this necessary? How are you?
Good, what can I do for you?
Can I get a double spread and a whole grilled onion? Okay. We have our In-N-Out. And classic. I swear we tried to go to other places. I wanted to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. She's never been to the Cheesecake Factory, so we're gonna do that next time, but the wait was like 2 hours, so.
The only person I could see having some sort of issue with this is either people that want to clout chase off her or her sister Kim, since Kim was breathing down Khloe's neck all season long of their show, telling her she needs to get out of the house and live a little, to which she obviously got tons of backlash for, as people just felt like she was taking out her own mommy guilt on Khloe because Khloe wanted to be at home with her kids. And I'm sure the last thing that Kim wants is another sister to make her feel bad about her own parenting, since she was already so bugged by Khloe. Now, I'll also say, on the topic of Kylie and friends, not a lot of her friends have kids. There's a few of them, and not that are close in age with her either. But now Hailey Bieber has given birth, and maybe the two of them will be spending more time together. This is just a thought because we're on the topic of Kylie and friends, and I just feel like I could totally see that. They're already friends, but Kendall has always seemed closer with Hailey. But now that they're both moms, I could see Kylie and Hailey getting even closer. And, you know, speaking of baby Bieber, there's tons of conversations about the baby name, because shockingly, the Biebers decided to go with the baby name Jack. Okay, they announced last Friday the birth of their son, and Justin posted, "Welcome home, Jack Blues Bieber." People were shocked they didn't go in some crazy celebrity baby name route, as some had previously thought that they were going to name their baby Plum. Yes, you guys, Plum. People were convinced. And well, honestly, I can't blame them too much, because a celebrity honestly would name their baby Plum, and there were some signs pointing to the possibility, like one TikTok user discovering an Instagram account created with that name.
Okay, I know what Justin and Hailey Bieber are going to be naming their baby, and I literally have proof. Okay, for starters, Hailey probably got pregnant November or early December, so she would have known around December. So the baby's name is gonna be Plum Bieber, which is actually really cute. Here's how I know. So back in December 2023, right around the time that Hailey would have found out she was pregnant. Oh, and it's gonna be a girl. The date that Plum Bieber joined Instagram. And you know how celebrities are about their children's Instagram handles
The other sign was that Hailey had posted on Instagram a plum, so people felt like this was a little hint, but it just ended up being a coincidence, it seems. And maybe it was the name, or one that they're saving for the future, but one thing is for sure, and that's that Kylie Jenner knows a thing or two about baby names, and she did open up about the regrets that she had in naming her son Wolf at first, because she did at one point announce that her son's name was Wolf and now it is Air. But when she did her interview with British Vogue recently, she talked about feeling like a failure at the time that she couldn't get the name right. She had said, "It hit me differently both times. Probably with my son, it was major baby blues. So I was just so emotional over things that I probably wouldn't be that emotional about. On the phone with my mom all day hysterically crying, saying I can't figure out his name. Now my advice to all my friends having children is pick the name before, because when the hormones hit, you can't make decisions. You can't," she cries. "When I met him, he was just the most beautiful thing to me, and I couldn't believe just how perfect he was. I felt like such a failure that I couldn't name him. He deserves so much more than that. It just really triggered me." She ended up saying it took her a year to settle on the name Air, and it was almost night. And some still have some things to say about the name that she chose. So maybe the Biebers had the right idea with their classic choice of Jack. But that is what has been going on in Kylie's world recently. Criticism over her lifestyle choices and new mommy friendships possibly in the works. So I want to know what you guys think about all of this, and if you think Kim would have a comment on Kylie staying home so much like she did with Khloe. Will that be next season's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.